Welcome to Build. I'm Laura Haywood. I literally could not sleep last night because I was so excited about today's guests. Two of the most talented, accomplished, masterful, and absolutely fierce women in music have joined forces and are here together today. Cynthia Erivo and Shoshana Bean are both multiple award winners and seasoned Broadway and screen performers. Now they've partnered for a one-night-only holiday event called Night Divine at the Apollo Theater on December 17th. I could not be more thrilled to have these legends here today. Let's take a look at Cynthia Erivo and Shoshana Bean.
I never trust a narcissist, but they love me. So I play him like a violin. I make it look oh so easy.
'Cause for every lie I tell them, they tell me 3. This is how the world works. Now all he thinks about is me.
I can feel the flames on my skin, crimson red paint on my lips.
If a man talks shit, then I owe him nothing. I don't regret it one bit, 'cause he had it coming.
They say I did something bad. Was it feel so good? You say I did something bad. Was it feel so good? Most fun I ever had. I'd do it over and over and over again if I could. Just felt so good, good.
Oh my gosh, that song is so iconic. Oh, Shoshana Bean and Cynthia Erivo, what a thrill to have you here. It would be an event to have either one of you here, but together, I'm pinching myself.
Thank you.
We'll see if that remains the same way at the end of it.
You clearly like each other a little bit.
Yeah, we love each other.
How did you meet?
Yeah. What? How did we meet?
We met, I'm gonna say 2014
Yeah.
in London.
Yeah.
Scott Allen. Scott Allen remains the
Yes.
person who brings people together. So Scott flew me over to do a concert of his at the O2.
He's a songwriter.
Very big deal for him.
Yes.
And he kept telling me, you have to meet this woman. You have to meet this girl. She's playing Celia in Color Purple at the Chocolate Factory. She wants to meet you. Wait till you hear her sing. And I'm like, great. I think we met really quickly at a rehearsal.
Because we did
at
like
the
a
Hippodrome.
rehearsal at the Hippodrome. I ran back to the theatre to do the show, and then ran back to the theatre to try and get in. And I remember we were all helping me iron my dress.
She had many, even back then, she had
like
many dresses.
I was trying to get this dress like wrinkle free and had no time. Something wasn't working, so someone
white
was
one?
the white dress.
White
yeah,
one,
and
yeah.
someone was holding that dress up, and like someone was ironing it.
I
So it
had
was-
no
it was
part. I
ridiculous.
was like, come talk to me when you're done.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is we hit it off right
yeah,
away.
yeah.
And we went and got noodles and we went to tea at
Yeah,
Fortnum's,
we did,
remember?
yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time.
That was really cool.
Did you sing together that night, or you each sang
We
separately?
did. No, we did. We
Yeah.
did a little with
Never Neverland?
Never Neverland, and with
Vilmine.
Vilmine.
Someone else. It was just the three of us?
Sure.
So I wonder if that video exists.
It
somewhere.
does.
It does.
online.
Yeah, great. And then you've kept in touch through the years.
Yes.
The first time that I was aware of your friendship was when your studio video of I Did Something Bad, the Taylor Swift song, came out, and it was like, these women are either going to murder everybody or are going to like take over the world together, maybe both. I've never seen I've never seen anything so I mean, the word fierce is kind of like overused, but that video was so fierce.
Thanks.
I feel like what happens when the two of us get together.
Yeah.
Because I called her because I knew she was coming to LA. We had a date on the books to like, really it was supposed to be like a cuddle on the couch, like chill out.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was
She
like,
tricked
I
me.
have an idea. Do you feel like making a video? Because I think this could be really cool. Largely because I just loved the song. I wanted to cover it, and then I thought, well, Cin's gonna be in town. I've been wanting to do something with her. And I had this idea to like make it like a moving Vanity Fair cover, and I thought we would wear like gowns and like it would be very regal. And she was like, I packed nothing. You have to bring me clothes. And I'm like, great. What do I have that's going to fit this tiny frame? I guess I'll bring yoga clothes. Like, now I'm giving you like the secrets,
literally that's what was
BTS of like
happening.
what you think is this super glamorous video. So she's in my yoga clothes.
Yoga pants.
And
I was loving it.
yeah, we had our faces beat.
Yep.
And she said, what if we don't move at all? Like, what if we just, and I'm like, oh God, I'm such a moving singer.
She kept asking me, can we clap? Should we clap or something?
I said, maybe at the bridge we should
I was like, no.
She said, no, I don't think it ever. I was like, all right. So this is the cool thing about working with Cyn is like, I'll come to the table with ideas. She comes to the table with hers and it sort of becomes what you saw in that video.
Yeah.
That's the first part of.
Yeah.
And you're Shoshana, you've been touring, selling out concerts worldwide for years now. You did a show at the Apollo a few months ago that sold out like that. And your special guest was.
I love how you describe me. It just makes me feel so good.
All I do is say what I see, girl. Just like I was thinking about how, of course, Cynthia looked like a fashion icon in your yoga clothes because she can, she looks like a fashion icon in the video she posts of herself at the gym every day.
Oh my
She's a fit model. She's like a fitness model in her stories.
Yeah, I could take the clothes that like I'm getting rid of because they've been out of season, out of style for a decade, and she'd put them on and like start a new worldwide trend.
Yep.
So I'm just saying what I see. So Cynthia came to be your special guest at that Apollo concert, and it seems to me like the story I've made up in my head is. It went so well that you were like, let's do a whole night together.
That's exactly
much,
what happened. One of my best friends came downstairs after the show, and Cynthia was saying goodbye because she's a very responsible performer. And immediately after the show, she's like, I'm going home to bed. Meanwhile, I'm going out, So she's like, I'm going home to bed. And my best friend was like, you two are so we had fun up there, but I don't know. I don't ever know how that is going to translate. I just know we had a ball. She was like, you two are so magical together. You should do a TV special is what she said. And I was like, yeah, sure. Because that's easy to do. Hold on, let me make a couple calls. But I called her the next morning and I said, I have this idea. What we can do quickly and easily, I think, is go back to the Apollo and do a Christmas special a la Judy, Barbara, sort of the TV specials of yesteryear. And
So is it going to have sort of a variety show vibe to it? Like, are you planning bits?
How much we're allowed to? I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah,
for
I don't want
people.
to say too much. Let's just say that's the inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that now? Are we going to have like jokes and hijinks? No, that's not our style. But inevitably, I will do something ungraceful and have to cover for myself. So there may be hijinks in that sense.
But something is what
always
happens.
goes wrong.
But if something happens, genuinely, I'm the person that goes, wait, I'm just gonna get the thing on your face, just that.
Oh my gosh, those nails! You're gonna stab each other's eyes out.
I know we're great. Look at these.
I know you both.
Gina.
This is
have them.
also
All
why.
Gina.
Can you? You have the same kind of nails. When did we do this? Did we decide that we were gonna
Can
do
you
this?
just
No,
hold
we
them up so
didn't-
the camera can get them? So
we
No, but
didn't
no, really,
plan
but
these
look.
outfits. We didn't plan our nails.
That's weird. Because she has she's like, I'm like the extravagant
We
one
have
with
to
the
shout
nails.
out
I have to
Gina.
go- Gina is amazing. She
I'm
does both
guessing
our
neither
nails.
of you wears contact lenses. I can just imagine trying to
No, am I
like,
squinting?
put in the
Oh.
lenses with them.
No. So
Stabby.
I always go over the top with my nails just because I can and I like it. And Shoshana is
subtle.
like very subtle with the nails. But what's happened is we've done like a version of the same thing.
And
So
we
we
have
have
your
only
outfits
funny
too.
to This is so
Sorry.
weird because I have like these triangles that are going downwards, and she also has like just one triangle, and I have like this massive cluster of like sparkly things, and she has like two. It's like
But you did go nude, so you
I
came
did go
into
nude, yeah, I
you
came
came
into
into
your
my
world.
lane. I
Yeah,
came into
yeah.
your lane. We're swerving.
You're clearly simpatico. You've got
Well, I
some
think
sort of
so.
sisterhood of the brain going on because
Yeah.
even look at these outfits. Navy with bold flowers.
we did not call each other about this. This is not on purpose. This is a complete mistake. Like we did not know this was going to happen.
You just belong together.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Night Divine. Will there be Christmas songs, holiday songs?
It's literally that.
Okay, okay, great.
Every
So
If
song
you
has
don't
the
like
name
Christmas songs, this is not the concert for you.
will you, okay, so then we'll look at it from the other angle. Will you also be touching into like no, I did something bad?
No.
Okay,
It's Christmas, babes.
great.
Also, like when we do these things, if you can be there because when I can't tell you who the special guests are, but when you see who they are and you didn't come, you're
so
gonna
pissed.
be sad. Or when you didn't come to the Apollo in July and you missed maybe the one time that we're gonna do that live,
pissed.
You'll be sad. I try to with a producer's mind when we do these things to create nights that are a moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the show's on December 17th. Tickets are on sale now.
Yes.
They're going fast.
Yes.
I
already have my tickets.
Atta girl.
I cannot
Well done.
wait. I believe there's even like a VIP experience
Yes,
that
there
you can get. What's included with that?
Us?
We get to meet you.
Yeah.
Highly recommend, by the way.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
two are fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to when you first met. It sounds like you were already aware of Shoshana.
Yes.
Do you remember when she was first on your radar?
Oh God.
What was I listening to? What was I listening to? It was, I think Scott had sent me a song that you were on. I can't remember which it was, but I remember listening to that consistently. And then I just wanted to meet you. That was it, really. I have this thing about meeting people who are unbelievably talented because I think there's something very, very special about them. And I thought there was something very special about you and your voice when I heard it. And I was like, oh, I need to meet this woman now because I think she would get me. And you do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your voices really blend together well.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes you get two talented people who both sound incredible on their own, but like the blend doesn't quite work. And I can't imagine those people doing a whole show together. But you two, especially when you go into those like signature whistle tones that you're so known for, and you go like into your deep voice, it just sounds like you're made for each other.
I think that's mostly to do with how we listen to each other. When we sing together, when we have sung together, my aim is not, I'm not trying to out-sing her. I literally want to live in whatever pocket she's in. That's where I want to be. Because I feel like that's when we best complement each other. And I think that also brings us a little bit of joy to hear the mix together. So, and I know for sure it makes chills go up my spine and it get the like butterflies in my tummy when we get right in the pocket and we sound like one person. That's what I'm searching for.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's like one instrument that you're playing together.
But that's such a gift and a rarity to find in another singer because, like you said, there are extraordinary singers out there, but not everyone is able to listen. It really is a listening thing. It's not about... we have very different instruments. We have very different sounds and very different strengths. But the ability to listen and sort of blend and morph into one voice is a special thing to find. And that's why any opportunity I get, I want to be able to sing with her because it is a really amazing, powerful feeling.
Do you anticipate recording together at any point?
I'd like to at some point.
I hadn't thought about it, but that would be a dream, yes.
Can we do it, please?
Done. You heard it here first. It's happening.
Great. I mean, I know you said you want Night Divine to be unique for the people who are actually there, but I say it screams live album to be released next Christmas.
I wish you knew how much that costs.
Oh, yeah.
Especially at the Apollo. I'm going to be really honest. Like the Apollo
Yeah.
has some, it's a legendary space, but their fees to do anything there are. I was going to do a live from the Apollo this summer and like it's exorbitant.
So should we start the Kickstarter
Yeah,
now?
Sure.
We better hurry because we got to book someone to come in and record it, you know.
Well, that's on my wish list is duets
Noted.
from me
All right.
too.
Noted.
And I will start that Kickstarter campaign if necessary. This will put you on the spot a little bit, but if you can think of some songs that you'd like to sing with each other or like a dream duet, I'd love to hear what that might be.
Ooh. I don't know why the first thing that came to mind was Something Whitney.
Yeah, because we both love Whitney. That's probably why.
That's why. I never think of like proper duets, like, you know what I mean?
Well, it doesn't
Not
have to
singing
be.
from chess. But
No. Do you know what we do? He brings me joy.
Oh, the man I need. Ooh.
Yeah, that could be good.
Yeah, I just got chills, so that means
That's
it's a good.
we have to
it's a good.
I mean, wait, Shoshana, how does that song go?
That
He fills me up.
fills me up,
He brings me joy.
brings me joy.
More love. I screwed up. More love than I ever need. He's all I got.
All I got.
All I got in this world. But he's all the man that I need.
I'm dying inside right now.
We just gave away gold. Why did we do that?
Because you started it.
She literally set the bear trap, and I walked right in.
Yeah.
I mean, can we get you guys into a studio today?
I'm just following. I just followed you.
Listen, you find the funds and you clear her schedule, and I'm there.
I mean, I
Genuinely,
I
no,
can call
seriously.
Kurt at Ghostlight Records and see what we can put together in the
But
next
Kurt needs to
24
clear the
hours.
schedule first.
Yeah,
Kurt
yeah.
needs to look at the schedule.
She has a proper Christmas holiday.
I do.
That was good, though. That was holiday.
She has this thing about this English accent that she's really trying to get it right. And every time she says something in an English accent, she looks at me and goes, is that good?
Because mostly she's like, no, it's terrible. Because every other English person...
That was not bad, though.
Oh, thank
but
you.
Pick up the air. Terrible.
Terrible.
That's good. That was good. That was good.
She's like the bar because when I'm in England and when I'm in London and I'm speaking with an English accent, they're always like, "It's good, show, it's good," and I'm like, "Don't lie," and they're like, "No, really," and she's the only person who's like, "You sound ridiculous." That's terrible.
And we all know she can do the best American accent.
I know it.
Well, look, you can't play Seeley.
Which not all English people can do. I gotta be honest. They think everyone in America is from New York, so everything has like a little bit of like an East Coast flair.
Hilarious. And I'm like, I'm the geek that goes, someone goes, can you do an American accent? Where? Mm-hmm. Where from? Which part? Because it's not the same.
Wow.
Yeah, good for you.
I ask.
That'd be like if I said, "Oh, an English accent." Which part?
Yeah. Well, it's
Brighton?
true because Brighton and
Or
London is the same.
Liverpool.
Liverpool is very different. to
Very
London.
different. I've seen.
Well, look, even
What's that?
I don't know. I
That
thought I
sounded
was
like
doing.
Dick Van Dyke. That was terrible.
I love that Dick Van Dyke is like the litmus for bad. I know. I know.
it's
Okay,
terrible.
I'm gonna stop because this is just gonna get worse. Because now I'm feeling insecure.
Don't feel insecure. Don't feel insecure. There's nothing to feel insecure for.
Okay.
You do it really well when you're like not doing Dick Van Dyke.
Wow, you do it really well. You know, I'll tell you later. Sorry.
no, come on, give it
Well, I
to
was
us.
gonna
You can't-
say,
Yeah.
hanging out with Gabriel in London,
That's
you guys
helpful.
speak very similarly.
Yeah,
Like, the
no,
way
that's
you.
yeah.
You guys have a very similar energy. When I'm with him, I'm like, oh, you just feel like Cynthia.
Yeah.
Very strange.
And imagine us, the two of us together.
And
I can't.
Gabriel
I'll
is-
explode. I can't hang out
He's
with
like,
you guys.
Gabriel is like, he's one of the most special beings you will ever meet in your
Ever.
life. He is
Everyone should know
so
Gabe.
beautiful.
Do you want to give us a last name?
Mokake.
He is wonderful. He's currently in Hamilton.
No, he left.
He left. Oh, he left.
He left.
He was
A
He
week
was
ago.
A week ago.
He's been done a week. He's a free man.
Yeah. But he did The Colour Purple with me in London when we were first there, and he played my son. And he is just
I didn't know.
gorgeous. He played Adam. He's I feel like he has like the essence of a mother in him.
Yes.
Like he just is a carer. He just wants to take care of people. He cooks up a storm. He has the most amazing fashion sense. Barely ever wears full like pants. He's always like in shorts or something. Always in shorts. It's amazing. I'm like, are you cold? No. And it's fine. Like he can do a turban that is probably better than mine. It's really annoying because I wouldn't know how to do it. But he is just one of the most amazing people, and the both of us know him very, very well.
Well, the
He's
fact
gonna
that-
geek when he wakes up and sees a whole tribute to Gabe. Like 5 minutes of
I
Gabe.
love him. I love him so much. He came to New York as well, just to visit, and we spent some time together and did some photos. He's an amazing photographer as well.
I love that the way you describe him is like somebody else describing you.
Well, I love him.
It sounds like you're a lot alike.
Yeah.
Do you cook?
Yeah, I do cook. Actually,
Are you an amazing photographer?
I'm not bad, actually.
I'm not
But I'm not
surprised.
trying to. I'm not trying to take anyone's photo. Listen, do not ask me to start taking your headshots here because I can't do it.
Yeah, you're good at everything you do. This is the woman who like ran the New York Marathon on a 2-show
Right.
day.
I didn't run.
Right.
See, this has been like blown out of proportion. I didn't run the New York Marathon and do 2 shows.
The half
I did
marathon.
I did the
Sunday show.
Brooklyn half marathon, and then did 2 shows.
Yeah.
That's very different to doing a
That's
full marathon. Okay?
Very different.
It is. 26 miles, 0.2 is not the same as 13.
It's on a 2-show
I
day.
did the New York Marathon separate to everything else.
Got it. It's all rumors. It's all horrible. Lies. Listen, on the days when I can barely get out of bed, I'm like, Cynthia did. Okay, now I'll amend my. Cynthia did a Brooklyn half marathon. And then a show.
Believe me, my knees told me like I needed to sit myself down and stop doing silly things like that because that was painful.
You're a machine.
yeah.
At the end of the day, you're a machine.
But you also, I think, really are careful about taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Like Shoshana said, you at the end of a night, you're like, I'm going home and going to bed.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious to hear from both of you what your sort of self-care regimens are.
First, I just want to say, like, also, you see only half of the story, and I'm going to out you a little bit, but you see her on the Peloton every morning at 5 a.m. or whatever, right, on her stories on her Instagram. Hi! That's so funny, because I was thinking of you when she's talking about the Brooklyn Half Marathon, because we talked about that when I was at your house.
Friends in the audience. I love it.
So she was doing that while filming Harriet, right? But also, like, filming Harriet was, like, wildly physically challenging for her.
gosh.
So she's on the bike every morning, regardless of what time she got home, regardless of what her call time is. She manages to still get herself up and do that, and then go be, like, in freezing temperatures and wading waters. And it's crazy to me what she puts her body through.
I got some stories from our mutual friend Leslie Odom Jr. About how hard you were working on that set. And he was like, yeah, I just show up and I'm like in my comfortable clothes and Cynthia's like running through the mud and cold.
In corsets and under things.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you. Do Harriet and Celie have different American accents?
Yes, they do.
Can you give us like a sentence that shows off the differences?
God, that's like Kermit the Frog doing. Okay. Oh God. Back to Celie. What would she say?
Like, what if you said, come see Cynthia Erivo and Shoshana Bean in Night Divine as Celie?
No. I feel. Do you know it's really weird? I feel like sacrilegious trying to like do like sentences from each of those women, just because they're really like close, and one of them is an actual real person. So I just don't want to like. It feels odd to like put them on.
I get that. I guess I'm trying to figure out like if there was a word that they would pronounce differently or something like that. But we don't have to go into that.
There are because I think Celie, because also they're in very different times in history. So Celie is 1940 something, 1930s, and Harriet is 1800s. So the two, Harriet is closer to, I guess, closer to Africa so it's a deeper. Richer sound than Celie would be. Celie's more rounded, I guess, open. So I think, what's the word that they would both say differently?
Every word. Every word would be different.
Yeah, but there's some things that are really like different. What was the? Oh, I'm trying to think. Continue.
That's
I think
a
of
tough one.
something.
Well,
I hear.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
And
if I think of something, then I'll
putting
say
on
it.
something that really drops into your body when you're actually embodying these women.
But if I think of like a word that they would both say differently, I'll let you know.
Awesome. Well, we are going to turn the questions over to the audience. But first, I just want to say how much I appreciate the gravity with which you received that question. And you could have just put it on and like performed the plug that I was trying to like not so subtly drop in. But you have such respect for these characters, whether they're historical people, whether they're fictional. And I think that from the experiences that I've had watching you, Shoshana, perform, you seem to have the same gravity with which you respect the material. And I don't want that to be lost on anybody. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to the audience and get some questions.
Hello, I can't believe I'm talking to the two queens of vocal placement, so Merry Christmas to me.
That is a pull quote.
So I was wondering, you wake up on your way here, what are you listening to right now?
Great question.
Thank you.
Honestly, I'm listening to our Christmas music playlist so that I can memorize all the lyrics. I actually haven't been listening to a lot of music because I've been prepping for so many different things that if I'm listening to anything, weirdly, this is going to sound terrible. I prefer silence a lot just so that I can, sort of organize my brain. And what's the last thing, though, that was like, there's this guy, Bruno Major, that I love, and this guy, John Splitoff, these two male singers. I'm usually more into guy singers because I'm real picky about women. So those are my two. They're super mellow and like soulful and vibey. Sorry.
And strangely enough, she answered the question because like literally on the way here, I was listening to nothing just because right now, also coming off of Harriet and all of that, like reorganizing my brain and getting into like the world of concerts and music, and I have 2 different sets of playlists I have to like memorize for myself for 2 different concerts. So if I'm listening to music, it's what I'm learning. If not, then it's pretty quiet. Yeah, at the moment.
One of the things
But the last thing I listened to was CeeLo Green.
New stuff, old stuff.
His from the Christmas album he did.
Oh.
Because as I was listening to our music, it went into other Christmas things.
Oh, that's fun.
And CeeLo Green has an album from like it's 2012 or something, and he does a version of Mr. Grinch. It's amazing. So yeah, that was what I listened to.
One of the things you and I have talked about, actually last time you were here, we talked about how important silence was for you when you're exercising.
Oh, yeah.
Which to me, like if I'm gonna get my run on or go to the gym, I need some loud pumping music. And Cynthia was like, but then you can't hear your body. And I thought, oh my gosh.
I don't want to hear my body because what she's saying is, get off this machine.
But then here's the thing: if she's saying get off this machine, then maybe you should get off the machine.
Maybe.
Then I would never get off the couch.
Because sometimes everybody's like, this really, really, actually, no, really, it hurts. Can you get off?
Yeah, you go into like a meditative state when you're working out.
Yeah, but there are times where my body goes, no, this is not it.
And you
then
listen?
I listen, yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I only see the videos of you pushing through the pain.
I push through the pain mostly, but there are times when my body absolutely is like, we cannot do this anymore, get off.
I'm glad to know you. Listen, it makes me, the Jewish mother in me feels better knowing this.
Let's take another question.
Right.
Hi, I'm like so honored to just be in you guys' presence. And speaking of the movies that you've been in, it has been announced that there's going to be a musical adaptation for film for The Color Purple. And I was just wondering, what is one thing that you hope they keep that was in the Broadway revival, and one thing that you would be interested in seeing altered in the movie that was in the Broadway revival?
I hope they keep the simplicity that we had on stage. There's something really magical about that because it meant that everything was exposed. And I'm curious to see if they add more music, if they add new songs, or I don't know, if there are certain scenes that you can't put on stage that you need to see on film, like which scenes are those that we imagine as opposed to seeing. Yeah.
I mean, there's an obvious follow-up.
Do not ask it.
Okay. Just know that I thought it.
What's the follow-up? I'm in the dark.
We'll just say that casting hasn't been announced, and we'll find out when we're supposed to find out.
will find
Do you think
out.
that that's a fair way of addressing that obvious follow-up?
What?
I didn't know.
I hope whoever they cast is really brilliant.
I don't think that. I'm sure that she will be. Also, I want to mention that Shoshana has a project that's about to be released on.
Which she just told me today. I had no idea.
I mentioned Ghostlight Records before. I found out this morning that we will soon have an official release date for Songs from a New World at Encores.
Yes!
And I have gotten permission to say it will be late January.
Okay.
And I have heard rumors that there might be like a instant downloadable track that features you. That's all I'm going to say because official announcement's coming soon. We've got time for
News
one
to
more
me.
question.
Hi, right over here. Just want to say you both are just incredibly inspiring performers, so thank you so much for inspiring. My question is, are there any songwriters or composers that you want to work with or that you have worked with that you want to continue to collaborate with?
In the musical theater realm or in the pop
Either
realm?
way. I mean, whichever is singing to your heart right now.
Go ahead.
So I was doing Black Girls Rock a while ago, and I did the tribute to Aretha Franklin, and Fantasia Barrina was doing it also. And she walks past, she goes, we're gonna make music, aren't we? We're gonna make music, aren't we? So I was like, yeah, okay. Didn't think she was being serious, and then we saw each other when we did the Quincy Jones thing, and she was like, here's my number, let's make music. So I really want to do that with her.
Yeah.
That's
I
Celie
don't
on
think I'd
Celie
survive
action.
that. I don't think I'd survive it. Fantasia as Celie and you as Celie are two of the most powerful things I've ever seen in a theater, where I had to remind myself to breathe. and I don't think I could handle the two of you at the same time in the same place. That makes me, I mean, I don't need to answer the question after that. Like, what's going to be, there's no need for me to speak. That's the answer to the question.
With the people you want to collaborate with, or just being in a
I want to
room
sing
with.
Jason Roberts' music till I die.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would love to. I would love if you know, whenever I can wrap my chords around Stephen Schwartz is a blessing. And in the pop world, like the ultimate person that I would love to collaborate with is John Mayer. And that's the rapid fire answer.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
I'm so excited about December
Fantasia
17th.
and Cynthia.
Why do I feel like I'm giving you like an early birthday present? What happened?
And Hanukkah and Valentine's Day and Arbor Day.
Oh, but
All of the day. I almost said Tu B'Shvat, but it's a Jewish holiday.
it's all right. I can understand some of it. Yeah.
I mean, you are going to have some special guests on the 17th. Is
Yeah.
Fantasia in town?
No, she's not. I don't think so. Where is she? I don't know where she is right now. Context. But no, Fantasia's
Don't be
not
too
gonna there.
specific. We don't want people showing up there.
No, I don't know where she is right now.
Well, look, I know where I'm going to be on the 17th. I'm going to be with you, soaking in this gloriousness. And I'm excited about how, like, it's so clear from sharing space with the two of you together that while this might be a one-night only event, this is not a one-night only
no,
event.
this is-
There's going to be so much.
She's stuck
What should we
with me.
call it?
Stuck.
Show Cynthia?
Shothia.
Shothia.
Is what
Shothia.
Someone called us Shothia, which
We
we
like
like.
that.
Yeah.
That's a hashtag if ever I've heard one. Thank you, Shothia, for being here. And come back again soon.